Greetings, my dear beloved children. Today I'd like to remind you of something that you know very well, but quite often forget. We'll speak about your heavenly helpers. Many of you think that you need to address them only in extreme cases, when you are facing very serious problems in your life, but you are embarrassed to bother them with trifles. But in reality, dear ones, we are always very happy to help you with big and small problems. It is a great joy for us to hear you, to feel our connection, to help you. Now I will reveal to you the divine mechanism of cooperation between the forces of light and the people. Everything happens quite differently from the way you imagine. When you request help from your heavenly patrons, archangels, ascended masters, your star family, you are heard by your mother soul that exists in the higher dimensions. And then the soul sends its impulses to one of its thousands particles, its heavenly gold placer, to initiate an interaction with you. Each of these particles carries within them the divine consciousness of its mother soul. Each of them stays in its energy field, but on different vibratory levels, and each of them receives its own task. It happens immediately and very naturally. Depending on who is asking for help and how such help is coming. In such cases, one of the main laws of the universe like attracts like comes into action. For example, if a deeply material man asks the higher powers for money and wealth, then the particle of the forces of light, who is closest to him in vibrations, responds to his request. This particle will scan the soul of the man to reveal his real needs, and then the help will come not to the soul, but to the human ego, which have asked for help. That's why it may seem to the man that the higher forces have not heard him. You have to know, dear ones, that the help of the heavenly helpers comes only for development of your soul. Sometimes it may be quite unexpected for you, for example, it may lead to your long-awaited goal through sorrows and suffering, and, of course, it could be difficult for you to accept such help. However, if you realize the wisdom and deepness of such help, you will reach a different level of spirituality, and will be given as your helpers the forces of light from even higher dimensions. As it has been said in my previous message, it is very important not to draw in your mind the ways of reaching your goal, after you have specified your final goal, but to trust your heavenly helpers completely. Do not be embarrassed to summon them every time when you feel it's necessary, because very often what you deem as a trifle, something you can handle yourself, in reality is the key moment of transformation for realization of your desire. In such instance, it's very important that the higher forces ensure you by being close to you, protecting you from danger, manipulating events in such a way that it will lead you in the right direction and towards the right people. Always remember that without your request, the forces of light will never come to you, because they strictly obey the law of the free will. Only your guardian angels are always near you, but they also need help from the forces of light in the most crucial moments of your life. We will stop here today. Father Absolute who loves you without measure has spoken with you.